Hello, hi, howdy. Welcome to another Forges of Strife Fortnite replay. I really should try to record some of these while I play. Again, I need a better computer really to be doing that. This play ended up becoming really good, which is why I'm doing it, especially before another potential update later in the week. As you can see from my kill markers, yeah, I took out a lot of people. I was honestly manually doing this, trying to do some battle royale to win a crown, to help my son give him the crown, so he can get the crowning victory achievement. Because he's been really bummed that he hasn't got that. He hadn't got that yet, though he ended up getting it later in the day from this on his own, mind you. When we played a game where I gave him this crown, I would get from this fight. It didn't go so well. But, yeah, he finally has that emote, so he's quite happy about that. Alright, popping down. Doom's my favorite new skin. I do have the second level, the higher tier of him. I earned that one. But I actually prefer this one, so I play this one. I also found the Boba Fett jetpack. Looks really nice on him, so I like that. Plus it goes really well when I'm playing a Save the World as a ninja, when I get triple jump, so it's like I'm basically flying across the board, so having a jump pack really fits. Plus the fact that I'm working on a Mandalorian cosplay goes along with it too. So anyways, as I'm playing, I have decided that I like to go after Mephisto. Yeah, Mysterio. Because he has a really cool shotgun. His medallion also lets you cloak for a little bit, go invisible. When you're not a total freak like me and forget it half the time, which I do. It would be a lot more useful if I remembered it. Oh look, I got a golden shotgun before I even got the boss shotgun. And this another player was going after Mysterio, and well, he exploded with loot. Now I'm taking down Mysterio, who's pretty easy to take down, honestly. Grab the medallion, grab a shotgun, grab a jetpack, then deal with all the little goons that like to come in afterwards. In a previous game, I actually did have a lot of the goons jump in right as I was facing Mysterio and ruin my day, just as I was about to kill him, which, okay, that just sucked balls. But hey, it happens. So, I have now killed Mysterio. Drop the golden shotgun because I don't need it. I gotta get the boss shotgun. I like to keep my shields. Hey, look! It's even showing my shields going up in the replay. That's awesome. That's a new feature! Alright, so is it going to do it with the champagne bottle? That's what I call these, champagne bottles. Yay! It's actually showing my health and shields as current. That is awesome sauce! Now if it only showed my active items down here, that would be even cooler. But hey, one step at a time. If it actually showed everything, I wouldn't mind doing I wouldn't feel so bad doing the replays. Talk through. Okay, so I'm going around looting chests as I like to keep my gold topped up. And if I grab all the ammo, my opponents can't have it. Call it victory through attrition. I actually really do believe that. That's why I try to tell my son and other people to play with. Even if you don't need the ammo, you don't care for that particular type of ammunition, or if it's a really good gun, you wouldn't use it. Hey, I'm being sniped at! Hey, mind you, at first I honestly thought this was a player, but I quickly realized it wasn't. It was a goon that was actually sniping me. And I spent, honestly, I spent way too much time taking out this goon. But I am working on my sniping skills, because honestly, I kind of suck on sniping. But there, okay, he's dead. Goons don't explode with much loot, so... Alright, Goon's dead. He didn't hit me once. He did freak me out a little bit. Now, I do keep in mind at this point, I do have a circle above my head, the little marker that shows that, hey, there's someone with a medallion or a crown around you. Now, I was actually doing some rank before this, because I wanted to build up the skin variants for Felina. And I was doing a very pacifist type style run, and I was going to try to do a live video of that, because what I would do, yeah, pacifist Fortnite, what? Is what I would do is I would get a balloon, hopefully, birthday medallion to be more specific, get geared up, and then I would just float around, and I'd pretty much gear up and then stay out of people's way. I'd hide or I'd stay in the air until it was like top 5, and then usually even top 3, or I even got to top 2, and then let the person kill me, because I swear in ranked everyone uses an aimbot. They have to be, because I mean the difference in the level of play between ranked and just unranked is absurd. Hey, look, it's a goon. He's running. He's got wings. He had some Red Bull because he can run, but well, his wings aren't really useful. Try to shoot him with the shotgun. That's a mistake. It's too far away to really hit him. So I try to use my long rifle, which I'm pretty sure is a golden too. I don't really remember what the first was. There, I got him. And he exploded with loot. Picking up gold, picking up ammo. Then I saw this guy on the side. Got him with my shotgun. He wasn't really much of a challenge. Now someone's shooting me in the back. At this point, I honestly thought it was another player. But it ended up being more goons showing up because I killed their boss. So, really wouldn't think that Doom would hire Mysterio for something, but it'd be interesting to see where the story goes on why Doom hired Mysterio and why he's letting Mysterio use his goons. Anyways, I go grab. Sometimes I grab the I keep the splash bottles on hand, but I really don't like them as much. I mean, they restore your health, but keep this in mind. Look at the skin for my SUV. This becomes important later, I promise. And yes, I'm trying to be sillier and weird to make these videos a little bit more interesting. So, at this point, I am going to go hire Artemis, I believe is what I'm doing. She is one of the 2 companions I like to hire, and there's actually not many you can actually hire on the map currently. It's usually between her and the medic. Of course, I see a fight going on, so I decide, hey, why don't I solve their mutual dispute and kill them both? So yeah, they both die. I guess I'll leave the SUV behind. I mean, I really don't need it, obviously. I got a jetpack. You can see that on my character. I'm going for a Stark pod. There's someone nearby, too. And I'm pretty sure I see them pretty early on. Or maybe I didn't. No, I'm pretty sure I did, and I rushed to go into the pod, if I remember right. So I rush in, grab the stuff. I grab the gloves, and I grab the, I dropped the jetpack, I'm pretty sure, for the Stark full kit. So I'm gonna go to Iron Man, I think, to get a healing item off him, because you never know if you're gonna get a shield potion or a med kit. Why am I just standing there? I don't know why I'm just standing there. Oh, someone's shooting. That's not very nice of them. Now here I actually thought I was going to hit Stark, so I'm glad I didn't, because he's actually a pretty tough character. I'm actually surprised I didn't just hit him there with my unibeam. Another victim who exploded with loot. I love that thing, and I like to use it when I'm playing with my son, so I'm going to try to use it more when I'm actually doing my videos. So now I'm going to hire Artemis. The reason I like Artemis, not only is it good to have a companion with you anyways, but she's a scout, so she lets you, every minute or so, she will do a radar, really more sonar, in the area, and you can see chests and opposing players. Actually, opposing enemies, not just players, so even guards and such. And I really wish I had her later in the match, but I won't. I forget exactly when that happens, but unfortunately she doesn't make it to the end. I do remember that. So I don't really recall why I'm going so slow here. Just scouting, probably looking at the map, trying to figure out a place of interest to go. Because I always like to have a destination. I don't just like to go around randomly searching. I'm running backwards! I'm moonwalking. Now, I'm pretty sure I realized I didn't loot these chests, so I'm grabbing the gold. Because like I said, even though I'm near 5,000 gold at all times, that I like to keep it topped off, so that if I do have a bad streak in games, that I can still go. Because I like to, when I go to get the medic, he has an SMG that I like to buy from him, then I'll hire him, and that's over 500 gold. And so if you do that every match, hey look, it's another victim. I try to hit him with my car. Yeah, Iron Man's kit is kind of OP. And I'll be honest, I'll be entirely honest. As much as I love Marvel, and I do love Marvel, I think there's a bit too much special weapons in the game right now. It's fun, it's definitely interesting. Oh yeah, I'm going to an armory, mostly to get more gold. Because I really don't need more gear at this point. And honestly, it feels more like instead of just playing Fortnite at this point, you're playing more of a Marvel fighter game. Because you've got Black Panther's clothes, War Machine's gear, Iron Man's gear, Captain America's shield. I mean, let's just throw in maybe Blade's sword and a few other things. I mean, you got Doom's gauntlets, which, I mean, that's just his mystic power. Mysterio having a shotgun. Apparently there's an enemy here you cannot see, which happens every now and then in replays, which is why I don't really like doing the replays. I think he just ran into the armory, so I'm topping off my shield again before I face him. This is why I always keep healing items on hand, because, you know, this is smart. Now, I have no idea what gear he has. I just know running into a vault is never a good idea if you can avoid it. Shield's coming in, I know, hey, I've got the advantage. I'm going to run away and let this guy deal with having the shield closing on him while he's in the armory. I'm going to grab my car and hightail it. So, I don't know whatever happened with that guy. Hopefully he stepped on a Lego for daring to attack me. Step on a Lego! Okay. So now I'm driving, probably looking for a POI, place of interest, or person of interest, but mostly, you know, place of interest. Figure out, you know, where to go from here. I already have Mysterio's medallion, so I know there's not a point there. Doom's area is probably either he's probably dead, or at this point, or it's just outside the circle. Hey, look! Oh, hitting people. Again, Doom's kit, OP. Oh, I guess I did see the other one. Alright, 2 people dead, no damage to my shield. Alright. Now they're dead. Honestly, I don't like using the Unibeam. I find it's not... For the graphics, the, what it shows, it doesn't really seem to have that big of an area effect. It's very... It seems like a big beam, but it seems to have a very narrow area it hits. Personal preference. Okay, yet another SUV that has my skin that I use for it. This is at least the second one, if I'm keeping track correctly. So driving around, oh look, I found a War Machine vault. I don't really know why I'm checking it out. It's not going to have anything I want. Oh no, it does, because I want the shorter mounted cannon. So I dropped my shield potions for that. So now I am truly all decked out. Oh look, another player. You made a bad decision. Go away. Go away. I said go away. And he exploded with the loot. Alright, not much loot. But no damage to my shields. Did I already miss Artemis dying? She's already dead, it looks like. Because I don't see her on my screen. Well, maybe she's already dead. Like I said, I know she didn't really stick around that long. She would have been very useful actually in my final fights. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, one interesting thing to note, if you hire the medic early on, which, I mean, if you're going to hire someone, you probably should do this. And if you go to the island of Doom, if it spawns, and you become Doom's Chosen, not an easy task, the medic stays with you. Now, when you're Doom's Chosen, you can't interact with anything. You can't get in a vehicle, you can't pick up anything, you can't pick up medallions, you can't pick up crowns. You probably can't hire new people. But if you've hired them beforehand, they'll stay with you. So, I tried to make a video of it, but for some reason the replay didn't replay at all. It was very glitchy, so I didn't even try. But no, I was Doom's Chosen for one match, and I've only succeeded in doing it once. But I had the medic with me. So you've got a 500 shield, 500 health build, with a medic going around anytime you even take a little bit of damage, healing you up. Really, as if being Doom wasn't broken enough. Now, admit I'm not the best Doom player. I actually was taking some damage, and I don't know if I actually would have won the game if not for the medic. Probably still would have, but it would not have been as pretty. Oh, look, another SUV. Now I switched to another one, so that's at least the third one. Again, this becomes relevant later. I promise you it becomes relevant later. So again, I'm still just, at this point, driving around. Something caught my interest. I don't remember what it was. I do see some players nearby on the little radar here, but you don't actually see that while you're playing, so I don't know what got my interest. I've also come to find out I much prefer zero build over build battles, because I just, especially after doing ranks so much, some people seem to build just so fast that no matter what you're shooting at them, that you just cannot. See, that was really close, actually. So at this point, I already have one medallion. Someone's shooting at me, but I keep getting behind this building to heal up. And at this point, I don't think I have any shield potions. I only have med kits. So I don't. I'm having a really good streak, I know. So I'm looking around trying to figure out where they're at. I'm not really seeing them. I know I want to grab the medallion, and I saw a champagne bottle, which I want to get. So I grab the medallion. I'm still looking for them. Oh, then they're behind me. They're really sniping me from a distance. Oh yeah, now I can really tell. Do a random shot, just hoping to hit them. They finally come across the river, which is probably a bad move for them. I'm really hurting at this point. I'm running away. I dart away. Hey, you know what? Sometimes cowardice is the better part of valor. So I'm wondering, I know I end up facing someone again right away, pretty early on. I'm wondering if it's the same person. Yeah, it's the same person. They followed me. They must have had a flight or something too. So again, I'm healing up. I'm pretty sure I'm down to one med kit, maybe two at this point. Probably running to grab that med kit I see right there. That would be the type of thing I do. Yep, see, I grabbed the med kit, then turn around. The other players, I can see that they're in the middle of the courtyard, which is actually one of my favorite spots to drop in ranked, because there's almost always a Doom chest in the little monument there in the middle, as well as one or two in the house. So I see them flying up there. I'm not, at this point, I'm not really sure if that's the same person that I just faced with at the other end. Now, at this point, I see them up close. I know it is the same person. Oh, yep. They have Stark boots. So now I've got someone shooting behind me. Coward attacking someone from behind. Oh, I don't. I'm not with someone to talk. So I'm trying to figure out where they're at. I honestly don't use flight that much. And at this point, I don't really... What was that circle thing on the ground back there? I honestly... What is that? Seriously, what was that was just on the screen? I'm not sure. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, right there. What is that? There's another one. That is weird. Those aren't in the actual game when you play. That's strange. So now I'm looking for stuff to up my shields, because again, at this point, I'm actually not carrying shield items, which is unusual for me, but I mean, I have a full Iron Man kit, I have the shoulder cannon, and I have Mysterio's shotgun. And there's only 7 players at this point, and I know everyone's coming together at Doom's Castle, which has a lot of hiding spots, and he exploded with loot. So I know I'm having to be a little extra careful, and the storm's going to be moving a lot more drastically now too. And at this point I'm also seeing footsteps. I know there's someone around me. and I can't find them. So I decided to start blasting. And I decided to do that, then I don't do it again. I'm looking, I don't see anyone. And note, at this point I've had Mysterios and Medallion and I haven't cloaked myself once. Now I'm coming around, what the crap? I didn't fight Doom. And yes, that is my vehicle. It did say Azrael Strife on the SUV. So I decided to do the smart thing. I put a hole in the wall so I can drive out. Because having a blade of armor in the final part of the match is always smart. Now note, I haven't been in an SUV for a while this morning. I hear another vehicle moving too. So I'm trying to stay in the circle. And I also usually try to get a forecast tower at this point. But obviously for some reason I wasn't able to. Probably just was too busy and they were too far away. See, there's another one of my SUVs. I mean, look at it. It has to be, I mean, either that or someone else is playing with the exact, I mean, that is a paid for a V-Bucks skin. So you have to use V-Bucks to buy it. And then you have to mod it the same way I did. I'm hoping to push them off the cliff. But I'm pretty sure I saw them get out of it sooner than the replay just showed. So I know I'm having to fight this person. They're flying. At this point, I can't figure out how they flew up so high. I was like, what the crap just happened? Then I see the little jump pad there. I see them landing. So I decided to fight them. And I know I have the high ground. Don't try it, Anakin. I have the high ground. And then they explode with food. Ooh, fancy headwear. I know I have to go get the fancy headwear. Yoink. So note at this point I have fancy headwear and 2 medallions. So the circle on me is really small. And I know it again, I have the high ground. They either have to fly to get to me or come up the hill, which is suicide. But I also noticed at this point, both the SUVs are gone. I don't know if they got blasted off the side or blown up. I actually don't know. I'd never see them again. There's only 3 people left. Now I finally remember to use the Mysterio's medallion. And I swear, I just now remember to do it. I was like, why don't I just use it? Now I'm sure the circle's still on me, but the fact you can't see me probably does give me a slight advantage. Now, unfortunately, it does only work for about 20 seconds. But hey, it's something. So again, I fight. I'm trying to stay high and ahead of the storm, which is something I always do. Well, stay ahead of the storm. I usually don't fly. But at this point, I know I have the crown. There's only 2 other players. I'm feeling really good about things, so I want to win. Like I said, the main reason I'm doing this is to try to get a crown to give to my son so he can get the crowning achievement emote. Because, you know, his brother's had it for a while. I've had it for a while. And again, there's that weird red circle thing there. That it's not there in the game, so I have no idea what that is. That is, and I've never seen that in a replay before. That is weird. Okay, so at this point I know there is 2 other players. I know my cloak is about to wear off, but there's an SUV right next to me. So what do? I get in it. So I'm driving around, staying mobile. So, because, you know, they've got to be around me. So I go down the hill. And then I thought at this point one of them jumped in. Yeah, there they jump in. They jump in, which is not an uncommon tactic. I was like, what the fuck? Then I saw the other player. So I jump out, start blasting into him. Then I see him die, so I decide to blast through the SUV to kill him. Which I just noticed how close that was. I had like 20 health when I finished them off. Yeah, so a total of 17 kills, which is really good for me. It was a crowned victory Royale. So if I didn't have the emote, I would have got it, but I already had it. Season's got a couple more weeks, so if I do the emote, it'll say 1. I mean, I've won more than 1 match, but this is the first actual crowned victory I've had for the season. But yeah, I think that went really well. And I'm hoping to have more matches like that. I definitely prefer unranked to ranked and no build, 0 build to build. So with that, I will say long days and pleasant nights.